Oh, I just love this music so much. I just wish he used it in a more exciting location. Well, not really exciting, but just a more interesting one. Overall, this place is just extremely underwhelming. Alright, so this whole crag up here, this whole plateau, is just full of really dangerous enemies. And actually, before we even do that, I'm suddenly remembering where that note is that I was looking for. So this whole area we have not been to yet. Here's a king sorrel. Nice. This, if you recall, discover the secret of the Druid Runak. So Grok, the shaman leader in Geldern, tasked us with finding Runak, the druid, and he also said that he sent out a search party of orcs for him already. If we head this way, we should find evidence of them. There are a lot of wargs here, unfortunately. Man, why's this place so open? I didn't think there was a... Huh. Okay. I didn't think you could, I didn't know this little path here was here, but not a big deal. Unfortunately, that's a lot of wargs. You have to kill them all pretty quick. Wow, this does not have the spread that I feel like it should. Whatever, it worked. Yeah, right at my feet. And now, we head up this way. We find some orcs. Druid killers, in fact. So this is the party that Grok sent to hunt down the druid Runak. And where's the man himself? That would be you, I imagine.
You're
Bollock.
following Grok's orders?
Why do you want to know that?
Grok is still waiting for your answer.
What does he think? That it's child's play tracking down a druid? I'll stay here and search the area some more.
Can I help you?
I am convinced that a druid is hiding in the woods down there by the lake. However, I suspect that a band of rangers is also there. I would really like to see that pig of a druid dead.
And so, of course, you send one man in to kill him, and not the 6 seasoned orc killers that you have with you.
I'll kill the druid for you.
Well, who'd have imagined it? Finally someone with guts. Then try your luck, Mora.
And we could do that. I don't think we shall, though. Instead, we'll have a word with the fellow to see what he has to tell us. So I apologize that I'm getting repeatedly sidetracked over the course of all this. There are a shit ton of shadow beasts here. And actually there's a pretty good reason for that.
Dark are the clouds over the forests of Myrtana. Who seeks me out in this hour?
I am...
Ah, it is you, the Decider. You have come in this time when we are in need of your help.
Why do you call me the Decider?
The war of the gods has raged since the dawn of time. Enos and Beliar each aspire to dominion over the world.
What does all that have to do with me?
You have been chosen to decide the war of the gods. Adonos himself has freed you from any influence of the other gods. You alone have the power to decide of your own free will which side you will join.
And this is sort of a weird revelation all of a sudden. I mean, this point has been hinted at by other characters as well. Zardoz, Satiras, and so forth. And Runak is the one who comes straight out in the open, just very plainly tells you that, in fact, Adonos has chosen you pretty much as his avatar of sorts, his Well, I guess avatar is really the best word for it. And in fact, Mike Hoga has also said that as well in an interview, and just made it very clear beyond a doubt. And this has kind of been a divisive like story point for a lot of players. And I'm among them. I kind of don't like the idea of it. It's just sort of shoehorning in this sort of idea of a prophecy or something like that, which you get far too often in fantasy games for my taste. The Elder Scrolls, your character is always a part of the prophecy, and it happens all the time. It's just such a convenient like plot device that I'm kind of sick of it, and it also kind of removes the sort of everyman appeal of the character, the nameless hero himself. Even though it did hint that, like, in some occasions, the sort of the fate and the identity of the hero has always kind of been ambiguous, and it's always suggested that there's some divinity, some divine influence to it. In the first Gothic, Zardas does make mention of orcish prophecies, which bring up the idea of a, what do they call it? A holy foe, which would destroy the sleeper and sort of undo their entire civilization, which is exactly, of course, what the Nameless Hero did. And it goes further where, even the undead dragon seems to have an idea of who you are, and there was sort of like a point raised that ended very ambiguously during the showdown between Nameless and the undead dragon, where I never quite understood it. During the conversation, the Nameless, the dragon says something, and the Nameless hero comes out and says, "No, that can't be. Zardas always said," and then the dragon cuts him off and just says Zardas is weak and a fool and blah blah blah.
I bear no name, just as you bear no name. I am given the divine power from my Creator. Just as you bear the power of your God in you, my fate is in the destruction of the world. Just as the preaching of the faith of Enos is your purpose, Magician of Fire, do you not feel the bond that ties us together? Yes, you know who I am.
No, that cannot be. Zardas always said...
Zardas is weak and no threat to me. You alone are worthy of facing me. So it is written, the time has come to accept your fate.
So whatever point the Nameless Hero was trying to make, I never really caught on to it. And that's probably just my inability to really remember a lot of the dialogue and to kind of read between the lines. And if anyone has either a theory or just, straight up facts about what the Nameless Hero was getting at before the Undead Dragon cut him off, I'd really like to hear about it. Anyway, I went off on too much of a tangent here, as usual, so let's keep going.
Tell me more about the War of the Gods.
Adanos wanted all of the inhabitants of the world to decide their fate alone. However, everyone, human or orc, is subject to the influence of the gods. The peoples of the world each fight for victory in the name of their god. This battle will last until one side is defeated.
And I guess I could threaten him here, but I don't want to, because that's being a dick.
Who are you?
My name is Runak. I am a druid, the eldest, and some claim I am also the strongest.
Why do you call me the...
Oh yeah. Whoops. So unfortunately that's just going to stick around there, and we have to make sure we don't click on
You
that.
need my help?
We druids are being hunted by the beast that has conquered the world. No living human can truly protect us from the orcs. Not even the rangers. Only you, the decider, can master this task.
So, curiously... Well,
What
let's
do
just
the
do
orcs
this
want
first.
from you druids?
They want our Druid Stones. Each druid carries a different stone with him. They were given to us by Adanos himself, and grant us our power. My Druid Stone contains the power of the Shadow Beast.
Now that is quite interesting. In fact, Runak is the only druid who will never, under voluntary circumstances, surrender his stone to you. Even if you help him, even if you do all his quests and you protect him from the orcs, he will not give it to you. And, it is arguably the most powerful Druid Stone in the game, seeing as the Shadow Beast is pretty much one of the toughest monsters. Now, of course, you can kill him for it, and you do have the quest to deliver his Druid Stone to Grok, but if you want to complete that quest, or you want to complete his quest, either way, you will not be able to keep the Druid Stone. So, you kind of have to decide if you're going to play ball here, or just keep it for yourself. And since he has the power of the Shadow Beast, of course, he has summoned Shadow Beasts to the area around him to kind of protect their little communion here. What was I saying? Yeah, the orcs. The orcs are hunting down the druids, and their sort of singular purpose seems to be to kill the druids and take their power, take the Druid Stones. But I think it goes beyond that. I think that Beliar influencing them is driving them to take down the servants of Adanos, including the druids, because the druids know a lot more about Adanos' will and his desire for to remove the influence of the gods from his realm. And Beliar, knowing who we are and knowing our identity even better than we do, I believe he wants to get rid of the druids in order to ensure that they cannot educate us as to our our prophetic fate, and ensure that we never really fulfill what Adanos has chosen us to do. That's kind of how I read it. Whether or not that's how Prenobites intended it when they wrote the story, who knows?
What can I do?
Some orcs have come from Geldern and have dug themselves in farther up in the woods. They have come to kill me and steal my power.
I just noticed his lips don't move.
Otherwise, I am lost.
I want to learn your power.
Gladly. However, there is one condition. I have heard that Druid killed Runak, the leader of the Druid search party. Then I will
I was wrong.
In days such as these, it is better that you keep it, Decider.
I was completely wrong. Okay. So, in fact, the reason I thought that is because I've always misunderstood his quest. I thought he was suggesting that we kill... No, I just didn't remember it. Alright, I totally fucked that up then. So, in fact, for some reason, he wants us to kill Runak, who is leading the search party to the south, who was supposed to be seeking Torn, the druid, the one who was also being sought by the orc on the ruined farm near Trellis. So to kill Runak would actually... I don't know why Runak is the one who wants us to kill him, considering that orc is not threatening him at all, it's only threatening Torn. And in fact, Runak, of course, has never actually left the city. But that's apparently how you get the Shadow Beast Stone. And for some reason, I just always thought that you could not obtain it. And I think it's just because I never actually finished that until I take over the city of Geldern, because, being wanted for murder at this point, with how much Geldern hates us, pretty much means that we're immediately going to be called out, and that the revolution is going to start whether we like it or not. So I always delay it up until the point that I'm already taking over Geldern, and by then I completely forget about the Shadow Beast Stone at all. And of course he sells a Druid robe, which is nice, but it is very expensive, and I do not want it. And apart from that, he doesn't have lumps. Damn. I would have liked to have lumps. Fingers Rapier. Not a fantastic weapon, but perhaps if we get a bit more hunting skill, since we already have quite a lot. I think why am I getting carried away here? Fuck it. He doesn't have enough money to be worried about it. So, ooh. Alright, well...
Doesn't get much worse.
So Wenzel Sword does 70 damage, and this does 95. And if we sharpen it, which we do not know how to do yet, actually, I forgot about that. But it wouldn't be hard to learn. So if we sharpen it and then poison it, it will become extremely powerful. And in fact, we can also bless it. But that would take forever to learn. Blessing weapons is one of the spells that you cannot get until the end game, and you've chosen the side with Innos. And it's really unfortunate. I get that they want to kind of keep their, because it's just sort of been Piranha Bytes' way that more powerful stuff opens up when you've sworn to a faction. And even though they kind of wanted to keep this game where you can choose your path independently, they also wanted to ensure that some of the most powerful spells are only available to someone who is, they're in deep with one side. But unfortunately, that by the time you get these spells, they're a hell of a lot less useful, because you're pretty much at the end game. You're going to be done in a matter of hours by that point. So you really have almost no time to actually use those spells. And it just gets very underwhelming. But the Meteorite spell is actually really fun. And I've used it before. But it's just really cool. I don't have any more. That is a lot of mana. Alright, well, we need to start taking down these orcs here. Let's just take a moment. Which one of them have crossbows? You do. You do. And you do. So 3 of them have crossbows. I have to be wary of that. And you? Yeah. Just going down. Oh, God. And there you go. Now we are extremely well respected by the Rangers. And Bullock. Here it is. New quest. And that is the note. That is the note that I was looking for. This is actually a clue as to the presence of another dragon. You are taking too long with the druids. Nimrock is already bossing the mercenaries around because for some reason they don't want to go out and patrol. Make short work of the druids quick and take a look at the map. Scouts said they sighted a giant beast, most likely a gargoyle. Take your men and slay the beast. And of course, it is not actually a gargoyle. It is in fact a dragon. And this map will lead you to it. So it is northwest of Geldern. But is it not actually where I thought it was? How interesting. So where are we in relation to that? Oh, fuck. So we are actually way off. Okay. Might still be on the plateau. I just can't really tell. It's really the detail of these maps is leaves a lot to be desired. Kind of shows like a road or something here that I just don't know what that is. But I do see the road there. So it's actually south of that. Interesting. Unfortunately, I just can't really remember. I'm gonna have to minimize the game if I want to read the comment that tells me how to get there. Alright, well, actually, before we report back to Runak, there is a cave over here I want to explore, because there is some interesting stuff in it. Shadow beasts, lots of shadow beasts. don't want to deal with them, but unfortunately they're in the way and I'm just going to stumble over them on my way back out. I know it. So I have to slay the beasts. In the face. In the face. In the face. And in the face. So shadow beasts are hardly a threat anymore. I mean, they are tougher if you're not as good as I am, but even then, they're not nearly as intimidating as they used to be. They really dropped the ball when it comes to shadow beasts in this game. I can't remember... Oh, there's another one. I can't remember if there were many shadow beasts in Arcania. Oh god, there's two. I do remember there was one, and he was actually kind of cool looking. For some unknown reason, I do kind of want to just play Arcania again. I might do it just for fun. But I probably won't do a YouTube thing for it. It might just be a live stream or something. Oh, blood flies. Bloody blood flies. How I hate these buggers. Alright, now in here is something of particular interest. Unfortunately, this cave does get really dark as you go deeper inside. I do have the light spell, don't I? So I'm just going to cast this because once again the trigger for the darkness is just really weird. So like if you walked inside, it would just very suddenly get really dark. Oh god, Archer. Oh, dodged it. Oh, another one. Yeah, eat it. Quite handily dealt with those guys, but there is a gargoyle up here. We must slay you. Yeah. And now... Huh, why is it... Oh, there it goes. It starts glowing again. Now, for some reason, this ring... Now, this is actually... This is kind of cool. Even though this is another, like, copy and paste cave, they made it pretty interesting with the stone circle and the sarcophagus. It seems to be a burial ground of some kind, very similar to ones that we found in Corinus. And as usual, there's a piece of treasure that really stands out. But, if I recall correctly, there's actually nothing special about this ring at all. In fact, I think this is it. It's just a ring of the hunt. So I have no idea why they made it so, like, special looking. I don't think there's anything else in here. I almost feel like they put that ring there by accident, like they meant to put one that was much more valuable there instead. But just totally buggered that up. Alright, so actually it's a lot brighter in here than I thought it would be. Just because of these crystals, I guess. Alright, well, that was that. Very thrilling. So let's see if there's anything special up here first. And all that for nothing. There's no chest or anything up here. Well, bugger then. Let's just head back down to Runak, I guess. I reckon. Alright, buddy.
The orc search party is history.
You have performed a great service for us druids, Decider. Take this as a sign of my thanks.
Really? I saved your life, and you give me something that I can whip up in the blink of an eye. Thanks a lot. I don't know why it's playing the Desert Sun theme here. Seems a bit misplaced. I think we'll just take a gander up here. That pathway, that little road that I'm seeing on the map here, I think is actually the path cutting through the mountains that we've walked past earlier, which implies that the dragon is in fact on the other side of it. We have to find a way to get there somehow. So I'm gonna... Alright, there's another one of those big old beasties. There are trolls up here. Wargs as well. And another king sorrel. Excellent. Might be more of those up here as well. So the trolls are actually by that house there. Down there is, can't remember what his name, Dawson. Down there is Dawson's mine. Man, that warg's going to ham on those guys. Oh! Whoa! That is the sneakiest fucking troll I've ever fucking seen. Good goddamn. Oh my. Alright, what shall we do here? I do want to save those. Cool, I got that one's attention without getting the other one, so this should go smoothly. Might as well just kill these guys. These guys are kind of standing in the way of my vantage point. There's no reason not to explore this a bit more anyway. Oh, just a knife. I wonder why these guys always carry knives, as if that's going to help them. Oh, another heavy chest. Ah, the cutlass. Another Varantian sword. Right then. Oh, there are those thingies. Is there a way back up here if I go down there? No. But perhaps I need to get right over there. Perhaps down there is actually I can navigate a route. So interesting. This seemed to have been a farm at some point, and obviously the orcs have not come anywhere up here, so I suspect that this farm simply ran afoul of some trolls and other horrors that descended from Nordmar. So apart from this guy, oh jeez, goddamn, that troll made me way too jumpy. I saw this
broken.
These leaves rustling, and I thought it was something else creeping up on me. There's another monster down there. I don't think he's guarding anything important. How the hell do we need the experience? Oh dear. Oh, golly dear. How am I missing, for Christ's sake? Oh, wow. Okay, that hurt. And Hochapasha! Yeah, what now? I have the upper hand. And boosh. In the face, in the face, in the face, in the face. And you, good sir, have nothing to offer me for my trouble. Bastard. Oh, really? Be gone with you. We hop down here, I say. No point to that. What the hell were you doing there? Alright, now let's see. You're joking. The rabbit flew all the way over there. That is hilarious. Alright. I did find another bow. Alright, cool. It's not really that important. Oh, but I don't get the Game Hunter anymore. Does that matter? Or do I already have that ability? No, I don't have that ability, but whatever. It's not like I use bows all that much. Now, let's see. Oh, wow, I slide down fast. Well then, well then. We'll keep a save here in case I find out there's nothing to be gained by going down here. So let's see what's in store for us. Shadow Beast. So there is a lot to be done later on down this way. Could this be my answer? Oh, sliding. I don't think this will do it. Oh, there's no fucking way. I just don't want to have to pause and minimize the game just to go read the comment. I don't see any other way to get up there. So this fairly unassuming place has a very significant purpose later, as we will see. But there's nothing whatsoever you can do with it now, not even if you tried. So it's not just my interest in avoiding spoilers for anyone who's watching this as an actual walkthrough. I know most people are watching it because they've already played the hell out of the game. Just kind of wanted to see somebody else do it, which I appreciate, surely. But for people actually using this as a resource to try and complete the game themselves, you're not getting any... Oh, come on, really? That was bullshit. He hit me right as he died. Okay, so I have to seek out some means of ascending. Because the person who made the comment said something about a ruined tower or something. Well, maybe they told me to seek out that tower up there, so perhaps there's another way to get up there. Skullx, my main man. I apologize, I did not really remember if it was you who made the post right away, but unfortunately, what you did not exactly tell me was where I need to really start the whole jumping frenzy in order to get up there. You pretty much told me how I can find the tower, which I just spotted it a moment ago, so... Oh, hang on. This is easier than... Wow! That was much easier than I thought it would be. That looked way too sheer to be able to do that. And there's even plants up here. Interesting. So from here... What do we do? Probably gonna have to do a lot of cutting stuff out. Just try and keep all these things together. Ah, I see it. You know, I have been up here before. I do remember this. Yes, indeed, absolutely. I can't remember how I got up here before, because this is not the way I did it. I do remember this. The dragon has a huge hoard of treasure up here, if I recall correctly. Where's the boss? There you are. Don't get your fireball off, please. And another dead dragon. Oh yes, this is a massive hoard of treasure. And some dragon root even. Oh, baby. Oh, treasure. More treasure. Metal chest. Oh, lovely. So lovely. Ooh, a heavy chest. Oh, wow. This one's... Oh, no, there's a Nordmarian crossbow. Interesting. So there's a Nordmarian crossbow, even though I've never seen a Nordmarian use a crossbow. They barely even use bows. Ooh. Yes, oh, I love it. And you are just a typical chest. Oh, two unlock spells. That's excellent. We should be set on those for the rest of the game. And nothing really in that tower here. So that was a pretty nice. So I'm just gonna kind of look around, try to figure out how I got up here before. So it's definitely not the way I did it. I remember coming from this side. Oh, King Sorrow, yes! Finding so many of those today. What do I have now? I have 5. So how did I do this? I know this is quite familiar to me. That's the path there. So I must have... I think what I did was I actually came up into the hills south of Geldern and made my way around the city through the mountains here. So that must have been how I did it. Alright. Now, Skull X, once again, informed me that there are only 2 more, which are... It seems to be another note that I neglected to get, because I didn't find that one either. So I wonder why I couldn't find it. Can't remember how I ever obtained it before. Basically, the note was from Buford to somebody else talking about how Jens the Hunter apparently stumbled down into the caves underneath Cape Dunn here and discovered a couple dragons. And of course, Buford didn't believe it, but he told one of his mercenaries to go investigate it anyway, because he feared it might have at least been some kind of beast. And of course, they are in fact dragons.